Hello again, Del here, taking a look at the iPad and the iPad 2 version of a very famous Mac package called Garageband. Now, Garageband, for those of you that don't know what it is kind of a cut down audio editing and music sequencing package, so you can write tunes and write songs using various computer-based instruments, plugins, and also you can record your own parts in. It's now come to the iPad, and whilst it is still a cut down sequencer, it's pretty impressive considering it's actually on the iPad. This is one I composed earlier, or well, it's not actually. This is a sequence that came with the iPad version of GarageBand, and this gives you an idea, first of all, of the sort of sound that you can create by using it. So let's have a play. And we can zoom in and take a look at some of the parts that are playing. Have a look at the levels of the mix. So it's pretty impressive, right? I mean, we've got a few channels of audio down here, a few channels of kind of what you would call MIDI data up at the top, where it's playing instruments. Pretty impressive. Now, a few things to go through here. First of all, if you want to start a new song, you go to the My Songs section. You can add a new song in by clicking the Add New Song button, just like that. Now, initially it will give you a range of instruments that you can choose from. You've got the sampler, where you can sample stuff in and start playing it on the keyboard. You've got the drums, you've got bass guitar, you've got acoustic guitar and rock guitar, keyboard and synth instruments, and an audio recorder. So if you want to record some singing and stuff, you can do it on there. Let's start off with the smart guitar, because this is really, really clever. If you've used plug-in packages on Logic or Cubase or Pro Tools before, like Virtual Guitarist or anything like that, this will instantly be familiar to you. Whole range of chords here, and if you want to strum them, all you do is strum the chords. Very nice. You can also have autoplay sequences. A few different kind of arpeggiators there. And you can even choose from different guitars. So kind of classic rock guitars and so on, and it instantly changes the background. You've even got effects on these electric guitars, which are quite nice. And of course you can record them into your song. So let's say I want to record a basic chord sequence, hit the record button, and it'll give me a bar in. So that was a rather interesting little chord sequence we've got going there. If you've got anything that's out of time, you can quantize it in time to the bars. If you want to change the length of the pattern that you created, you can do that. You can do that by actually choosing the length of the pattern as required. Now, if you want to have a look at what you've actually recorded, click on the Arrange window, and it'll come up with a range of notes here, as you can see. Now, the problem with this is I still can't find a way of actually getting in and editing that note data like a piano roll on Logic or any other sequencer. It's possible that you can't actually do it, but that's something that would be nice to be able to get into. If anyone's worked out how to actually individually edit every note, that'd be fabulous. Something while we're on this page, you can have a good look at some of the Apple loops that you've got here. So you can use drum loops, you can add vocals and so on into your sequence, strings, shakers, percussion. Comes with a whole range of different loops. Let's have a look at some of the drums that are in here. Not quite as many as you get on kind of the Mac version of Logic or Pro Tools or even the Mac version of GarageBand, but you got a few. So let's take a look at what we've got. A funky, funked out drum set sounds quite interesting. So let's drag that in, and it'll instantly loop your drum sound around. So let's have a play. Sounds alright to me. Okay, so we've got a guitar, we've got our drums in there as well just now. Let's say I want to add another instrument. Well, we can either go into there in the instrument section, or you can add another channel by pressing the plus button. By dragging this out of the side, interestingly enough, comes out with the channels, and you can also use that to mix effects up here on your various channels and so on, like echo, reverb as well. Let's click the add button though, and let's add on some bass guitar. So you've got bass guitar, you've got various type of upright, double bass and so on, and it's great because it changes the graphics in the background, as you can see. So again, the bass, if I wanted to have a bit of an arpeggio, which is lovely. So I could add that into the song obviously by recording it. A couple of other things just very quickly that I want to show you. The keyboard instrument is very clever. So this is the keyboard. You can choose from a whole range of different synths. You've got synth basses, you've got classic synth sounds, you've got keyboards and pianos and so on as well. It's actually quite a range of instruments considering it's Garageband, and considering it's a cut down version of Garageband as well for the iPad. You can change your cutoff and your resonance and so on this too. And stuff, so you can obviously record that in. More clever things about this Garageband app on the iPad. You've got this rather funky sampler. Here's one that I recorded earlier. Okay, if you want to record a new sample, you just hit the start button. Hello! And then you can trim that down and play it. You can even do reverse effects, so if you want to scare people. Sounds a little bit like the Predator or something. Fabulous. Other instruments you've got, just very quickly, last thing, the guitar. The note version of guitar is very clever because you can actually bend notes by clicking the note button. So you can have lots of fun with this. You can save out your songs to iTunes, you can save out your songs to GarageBand on the Mac too. So that's GarageBand on the iPad and the iPad 2, and it's available now.